Last year, a client of ours launched a smart product. They hit $1.6 million in waitlist sales in only 60 days. They had funding, they had press, they had hype, but they skipped the one question that matters once the cameras shut off. Can this actually be manufactured? Before they came to us, they'd already spent 200 grand on an award-winning design agency, which happens a lot. These design agencies, they charge big bucks and you end up with a really beautiful rendering. The product looked like a $200 lifestyle product. Had Bluetooth lock, LED lighting, built-in battery, everything geared for a premium outdoor experience. But when it came to actually build it, the cracks started showing. Their team deferred safety testing. They skipped some serious engineering validation. They said things like, "We'll figure that out later." And then they got cheap. They spent a lot in the early days on design and they didn't want to spend more on the actual engineering. When they said they'd figure it out later, well, that later came fast. Here's what the factory came back with. One core part had a 14-week lead time. The packaging hadn't been scoped at all, and the shell of the product warped under heat. Parts didn't fit, tooling needed a full redesign, battery placement failed the safety review for the certification. When investor pressure kicked in, retail went silent. 3 months later, the launch was paused. But this time, we helped them rebuild it correctly. When we work with funded teams in pre-production, here's what we do. Recover margins by up to 50%. Redesign for real factory constraints that will actually pass safety and compliance checks and get the certifications needed for the product. Streamline packaging footprint, verify components that have actual locked-in availability. We walk the BOM line by line, replacing fragile, niche parts with verified, available ones. That's how we've recovered 900 grand in margin across multiple builds for our customers. We flag regulatory risks most teams miss, so nothing gets rejected late stage. There's nothing worse than building a product, getting to certification stages, and realizing that you're not gonna pass. We don't ask, does this look great? Although it will. We ask, can this be made cleanly, affordably, and most importantly, at scale? If you've raised capital and you're 90 days out from production, this is the difference between a product that ships and one that crashes behind the scenes. We don't ship pretty renders. We ship what factories will actually say yes to. No buyer waits 14 weeks for a part you could have swapped in pre-production. No investor wants to hear you lost margins before launch. And no team wants to pause a multi-million-dollar launch because of a warped shell. You get one shot at launch. Make it manufacturable.